How you doing, folks? Welcome back. You're not gonna want to miss this. Poolside, mountain view. Every bedroom has a bathroom, an ensuite. One of the bedrooms has a bonus living room. Oh my gosh, Sonoma Ranch living at its finest. Check it out.
Welcome to Las Cruces. When living in this area, this is the Sonoma Ranch area. This is the Highway 70 exit. There's a frontage road here behind me called the Bataan Memorial Frontage Road. You see we have urgent memorial care, family health care. You're gonna have to have your Burger King. What do you have? Wax Your City, massage, Little Caesars, pizza. This place has grown and grown and grown over the last several years. You got your fitness center here. Very popular fitness center. I see on the other side, they're putting up at least a 10,000 square foot building from what it looks like to add to this either center or maybe it's another building. We'll check it out. This has become your popular gas station here in the area. Your Circle K, right behind it, they have everything, little restaurants, cell phone stations, your popular T-Mobiles. Just ahead on the other side, north of the Sonoma Ranch subdivision, you have the Metro Verde subdivision master plan community that I've covered plenty of times. They are vying to be the next Sonoma Ranch area, the up and coming popular area. Sonoma Ranch, where I'm gonna take you here, south of the Highway 70 area, is the ever popular Sonoma Ranch Golf Club community. Slight HOAs. When I mean slight is they're charging you on average $15 a month from what it looks like if we end up in a pocket that does have HOAs, and the HOA is to cover common areas. There are very strict HOAs in that subdivision, the Sonoma Ranch subdivision, but in general, the HOAs are general common areas. You're gonna see beautiful trees in the mediums, parks and whatnot that the HOAs are covering, but they're not invasive type HOAs that you've heard so many horrific stories about. Make sure you check out my What's Up Wednesday segment. I cover a lot of horrific stories, things that happen in the industry that can help you, give you some heads up as to what to look out for. You know, you can be more than 40, 50 years old, but until you hear a certain story, it'll make you think a certain way. So please chime into my channel. We'd love to have you here all the time. Alfonso Garcia, the Palms Realty. Give me a call when you come to town. I'll give you a tour. But let me show you around a little bit. This amazing home that we're showing you today is nestled just 5 minutes away from all this action. Alrighty, I kind of just basically went around a half a block here. I did mention behind me, you'll see this frontage road, the Bataan Memorial. This is Bataan Memorial West frontage road, parallels Highway 70. I'm on the other side of that gas station I had y'all at. And the exit that we're on is Highway 70 and Sonoma Ranch. So I keep mentioning the Metro Verde subdivision, but Sonoma Ranch is the original Beverly Hills of Las Cruces. Let's say you come and you got a job at NASA. It's a 45-minute drive to the base of NASA. On the weekends, if you need a quick getaway, 45 minutes to White Sands National Monument. You can actually surf down the sand dunes in your little sled type device. What do you want to do? You want to go to Rio Doso, 2 hours away? Cloudcroft, a lot of people do that, a quick day trip. An hour and a half away, you're at Cloudcroft. But keep in mind, here in the Sonoma Ranch subdivision, you have built-in hiking trails, walking paths, a la carte golfing, everything that you would love to do in a community. This is Sonoma Ranch living. You cannot get any better than this. As I mentioned, I am calling Las Cruces the Beverly Hills of El Paso. So if I'm calling Sonoma Ranch the Beverly Hills of Las Cruces, you can imagine what type of subdivision you're in for. But all this growth has come along. You have Mexican restaurants, bar and grills, your workout centers, and if you want to be in the downtown of Las Cruces, we're 10 minutes away. With the belt system of the highways that connect very easy, the 25 and the 70, you can be within the most extreme side of town within 15 minutes. You want to go to dinner to Mesilla Valley, beautiful scenery, get some music for the evening. It's a 10 to 15 minute drive from here. Please like, subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying the ride. And now we're off to 4234 Purple Sage. New restaurants such as this have popped up. And then you have little plazas like this, giving opportunity to everybody. Open up their little business, large business. Who knows what this is gonna be here. Another business I'm not aware of yet. Brand new, as you can see. There's that 2-story restaurant I was telling you about. And here to the right is what we're talking about, the Sonoma Ranch subdivision. Look at its proximity to the mountains. Just amazing. Now, my map is telling me to go straight that way. But if you're lucky to end up, not lucky, if I was to live on this street, I would take this route because you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute as you drop into the street, your mountain view. Here's another little plaza that I was gonna mention. So many offices, businesses. That's more of an office type plaza, service type plaza. You have some restaurants this way. And then look at this, take this drive on the way home. So you can see the drop into your neighborhood, and these mountains is what you get to drive home to. Now I've sold many homes in this exact area alone, and many homes in this subdivision. Very popular. When you come to town, I'm going to show you new construction, resale, which is what we got today. We have a swimming pool that we're going to show off with mountain views. And see what you think. This is your Sonoma Ranch subdivision, just part of it. This is the newer part. The older part looks a little bit more developed, a little bit more rolling hills, mature landscaping, which this subdivision is already getting there. Fairly new home we're showing you today with mountain views and a pool. But look at this. Let's see what this is all about.
Alrighty folks, welcome back here. Alfonso Garcia, the Palms Realty. Behind me, 3-car, 3.5 full baths, swimming pool, mountain views here in the Sonoma Ranch subdivision of Las Cruces, New Mexico. You're gonna love it. We are smack dab in the middle of what you want to see when you come to Las Cruces. I'm gonna bring you here. There's new construction, there's resale. You won't even notice which ones are the resale because the resales are so modern, laced with all the upgrades, especially in Sonoma Ranch. Most of these houses have a lot of custom touches added to it. If you see traffic, there's an estate sale down the street. But this is Sonoma Ranch living, folks. Today we're gonna bring you this amazing home here. Thank you to Charles Cage and Carly Smith of Remax Classic Realty. This is what we do for a living, folks. We bring you nothing but the best listings, amazing properties. And when it comes down to it, you give us a call when you're coming to the city. Say, hey, Alfonso, we need to get a certain type of home. We do an intake, onboarding call, interview you, get to know you, exactly what you need in the market, what your likes, your dislikes are, and we jump on it. We start showing you houses. Take a look at this. We have several builders that you could probably depict here alone on the street, and you can see the variation of what styles you can get out of Sonoma Ranch living. Now, here in Sonoma Ranch, I'm gonna give you a little skit of what you can get and experience when you are in Sonoma Ranch. I've mentioned that Sonoma Ranch is the Beverly Hills of Las Cruces, and Las Cruces is the Beverly Hills of El Paso. So what does that say? In a minute, in the back, folks, we're gonna end up exploring this view poolside. Those are the Oregon Mountains, unique because of their needle peaks. They're Oregon-like peaks, that's what they're named after. This home is built by Veloz Homes here in the Sonoma Ranch subdivision. I love the fact that when you get with Veloz Homes, you're gonna get nothing but high quality construction and finishes on the interior. You do have a slightly larger yard. When we're shopping for land, look at this. Even the neighbor there has a huge pull-in yard.
when we're shopping for land, if you tell me, Alfonso, I need to be able to pull in my fifth wheel or my ATV, that's important, we can find that for you. It's also important to work with a realtor that understands the covenants. We don't want to stick you in a covenant to where therefore you end up getting fines for parking such said vehicle. So let's make sure we do that. If you want taller doors for your RV parking as well, or your fifth wheel, we can find you subdivisions that do that. This subdivision allows it. It's got to be enclosed. And that's Sonoma Ranch. A lot of people don't realize that. Just down that way, there is an RV parking size garage here in Sonoma Ranch alone. And people think it's not possible, but hey, you gotta know your rules and regulations. But let's start off with this home. Look at this amazing wood-like metal door. You got your stone veneer on the exterior. When you build with Veloz, you're gonna get a little bit extra, a little bit allowance when it comes to your landscaping, your shrubbery, your rock, everything you get with it. Now you're not gonna get your landscaping in the back included in their pricing, but they can help you out with that as well. Beautiful Spanish colonial exterior elevation, extensive use of the clay tiles, and wonderful front door entryway. Got your rustic beams up here, giving you a little overhang. And your wonderful 8-foot door. Smart home ring doorbell system. And just look at this, folks. Beautiful tall entryway with a wonderful rotunda. Staggered brick layered rectangular tile. What would you do? Would you add color up there? I'm big on color, even though I can't see it all the time. What color to put or artistically, but I would add color maybe to the border. I would accentuate that and make it pop a little bit better. Immediately to the left, folks, that's where we're gonna run into that bonus ensuite room. This home for $700,000, 2,600 square feet, 3.5 full baths, 3 cars. Look at this, folks. So as I came in, I'm in a small living room. And this living room belongs to this bedroom. Here we are. Look at that. This is the front of the house. This bedroom is the bonus ensuite. It has that living room to it right there. Has this living room to it right here. And here's your bathroom. What do you think? Wonderful bathroom. Full bath. Remember, it's got its tub and shower head, so that's a full bathroom. Beautiful use of deco tile throughout. Tiled all the way up. Little deco band. Got your rubbed oil bronze fixtures here, your framed mirrors. Make sure that your Tuscan or Spanish colonial look follows through. And give this closet a look. It's actually a semi walk-in closet. You can walk in there. It's a decent sized closet. And here's your ensuite bedroom. It includes its fan. Let's continue on. Now, one thing that Veloz does do is what is called a staggered wall 2x6 construction. So they use 2x4s, they stagger them, and they weave in the insulation. So therefore you have a continuous run of insulation on a 2x6 staggered use of 2x4 insulation. I'll give you a little rendition of what that looks like. It's really neat. Here we are in our second bedroom, which has the bathroom, right? Full bath. I mentioned full bath, didn't I? It's not just a shower walk-in. Full bath with a tub. I love that they did not forget to put a light up there in case you put your shower curtain up. There's very little light in there, and I've done that to one of my own personal builds. Wonderful quartz countertops, 3 centimeters thick center countertops. Look, even the lighting. Well known for their use of lighting, Veloz Homes, in the eyelid overhang for the light fixture. Now, with Veloz Homes, I always tell people, if your builder's gonna offer you fans, take the credit that they're gonna offer you. Let's say, yeah, we're gonna give you $400 or $200 per fan credit.
take the credit and upgrade. Now, most builders will not let you do upgrades. They'll just tell you that's what you get. This builder, they'll work with you. They'll tell you, yes, we had already planned $150, $250, $350 per fan, whatever it may be. Take the credit, shop for your own fans, and get what you want. Check out these fans. These fans seems to open up on us when you get it to spin, and dangerous set of blades will come out on you, huh? How you like that? So that's that. Pretty neat, eh? Let's get you out of here. Continue on with this home. Let's find out what she has to offer. Give a look at I didn't even mention yet the trim boards. Here's your trim boards. Look at the attention to detail. They do not just continue on with the trim. They give you some decorative corner finishes, and it's not a basic 2-inch trim board. Looks like a 4-inch routed trim board to add to the elegance. You have 8-foot doors throughout. I did mention, I believe we walked by a linen closet on the way in. That was a coat closet. Here's a linen closet. On the way in to the right, you had a coat closet, linen closet here. And we've already seen 2 full bedrooms with 2 full baths, an ensuite with one of them, and we have ran into the laundry room. What do you know? And they have the contemporary doors instead of a basic paneling door. The contemporary doors will give you a rectangular, some of them 4 or 5 stacks, but since these tall doors are 8 feet, they give you about a 6-panel door. And welcome to your office space, folks. You'll be able to have a lot in this 2,600 square foot home to do. You have your designated office space, media room, study with its wonderful coffered ceiling. You definitely need to paint the ceiling blocks white and the coffered feature a different color. Paint that off somehow and just watch it pop. What an amazing room. I love it. I love coffer ceilings. Adds to the elegance. Now let's see why Veloz is an award-winning builder. Look at this kitchen, folks. 5-burner cooktop, gourmet kitchen, Samsung products, appliances, vented all the way up. I understand some people have issues with it not venting, right? Tell me, are you the type that doesn't mind that you have just the recirculating type filtration system here, or are you a must-have ventilate all the way to the exterior? I hope you brought your trunks. We're gonna end up there later. But check this out, folks. Extensive cabinetry with crown molding. You have your soft closed doors and drawers throughout. Remember, if you're gonna get in a fight, pick something else to slam. This home comes with a beautiful backsplash decorative band of tile through the middle. Samsung appliances. And they didn't waste any space, right? You got for your sheets and pans. Right next to your sink, you have your wonderful apron farm sink there. Very deep, 2-compartment. One thing I need to mention here in the kitchen, they have this ambiance lighting here at the kick plate of the kitchen, and you can end up turning it on or off. Pretty neat, huh? And you'll have a whole ambiance lighting underneath. Let's say at night, little lighting to be able to see where you're at your kick plate. So much cabinetry, beautiful work done. This is what your typical pantry looks like, folks. If you want to double it, this builder will double it for you. But I doubt that I can get this builder to get you this house for $700,000 with all the features and a pool with this mountain view. The mountain view lot alone will run you about 50 to 60K minimum. And give this living room a look, folks. You got your faux
wood knotty beams. There's huge beams, use of beams. You have your wonderful 8x12 4-foot panel doors, sliding doors. I call that the party door. We'll show you in a minute how she extends out. Just a wonderful living room to enjoy your family with. Centered up fireplace, gas fireplace. If you're not a fan of the nichos or shelving or build outs, you don't have to have them, but this home does come with them, and it just adds a beautiful touch. Look at it. As I pull back, look at that view. This could be your kitchen view. Now, we do have your open concept here, but what I like about this layout is that it does put your dining room, which is huge. So the people that built this home, they definitely asked for a slightly larger dining room. Look at this, they have the tray ceiling throughout. So you have your tray ceiling that takes in your wood beams, and then you have your tray ceiling here. Once again, I'm just a stickler for asking people to paint those tray ceilings to make that accent feature pop. Why did you ask for a larger dining room? Because this is where you're gonna be seated for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you wish. And look at that view. Never gonna be obstructed because you have a mandatory arroyo easement behind this property. That will be your view forever from your dining room. Give this a look. 8-foot doorway, archway, entryways. Some people call those archways. A little bit less than that, maybe it's an eyelid with your recessed nicho to match with the archway eyelid. On the wall, put your favorite painting there. And then once again, tray ceiling with a nice touch to it on the corners. Little bump out, just to give it an extra feature. Recessed lighting, fan in each room. I forgot to show you the HVAC system in the garage. We'll show that to you in a minute. Wonderful high efficiency windows. Now, here's one thing that when you're dealing with a custom builder, folks, look at behind me. You see those windows? From floor to ceiling almost. You make that expense. If you get a custom home, you get a mountain view, I am gonna implore that you do a little bit more than what the builder. This wall, I guarantee you from Veloz, calls for maybe 2 standard windows. But the minute they put this on the view lot, I guarantee you the people who built it said, hey, I need to do something about this wall. Of course, in the mornings, I want to wake up and view my pool and the mountains that I now own forever. Speaking of windows, your window sills, not every builder gets that for you. Slight upgrade, but definitely a classy touch. Yeah, you're not gonna get that with many builders. Even as an upgrade, I can introduce you to builders that will not allow that. Don't forget to paint your tray ceiling when we buy you this house, get you this house. And welcome to your spa-inspired retreat by Veloz Homes. Look at this, folks. What do you think? To die for? Beautiful quartz countertops, dual sinks, lots of drawers, lots of lighting. Look at this on the eyelid. Little archway, eyelid. Wonderful use of lighting. Make sure you get a good look at yourself in the morning. And then where the deep thinking happens, separate commode. Also, when we're building, that seems like a little higher toilet. For us tall people, I'm a little bit over 6 feet. For us tall people, ask for the taller toilets. There's a couple of specks of differences in there for us tall people to be able to sit down better. You don't want to be sitting down in an elementary sized toilet. And your walk-in closet, folks, they give you a little bit more shelving than the standard builder. Why? Because it is Veloz Homes. They are an amazing custom builder here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Get a look at what your shower would be. This is a little snail shower with your bench seat set up. Nice spot to hang some items here and there. Look at this.
There's a little grotto-like setup here. Decorative band of tile throughout. Still got your nicho for your soak dish, your landing spot. Sit down, have a thought, get showered on, shave your legs. Little bench to use for your legs. And here we are, folks. Amazing, right? And still more places to hang your towels outside. Extensive use of doors and drawers, all from Veloz Homes, custom built from Veloz Homes. You can take a floor plan from them. You can take a floor plan that you like from them, customize. You can bring a floor plan that you've drawn up on a napkin while you're having a cocktail or dinner, a thought that was running through your head and said, I'm always gonna build this house. That's what you can do with Veloz Homes. Bring it to them, they will build it. They have a 3-car garage here. Insulated garage doors. That's important. This house, they did choose the proper orientation. Basically, they have an east-west house with the backyard facing the mountains, facing the east. So in the west, the sun settles in the evenings, and I love insulated garage doors always, but if my garage door is gonna face the sunset, you want it to beat down that heat a little bit, right? You're gonna get your Hunter drip system connected to the front and back. This home it's not a new construction home, you're gonna get all the upgrades. You're gonna get all the landscaping done for you. The pool obviously there at a price that I cannot get a builder to do this for you nowadays. If you're not sure what this is, that's your circulating pump on your 50-gallon water heater. That's gonna keep water pumping through your lines. That way you can have hot water a little faster than you would on a standard system without that. If you're looking at this Lennox system, there's gonna be water lines connected to it. Why? It's got humidity control. Amazing. I am blown away by the system that they use here by Veloz. Look at that. Then they have the mini split here. I forgot to mention, there's a mini split here. I have clients that have taken this floor plan, that's a garage door. You can close off that 1-car garage and they make it a gym. I've had people convert that to an office. Those mini splits are amazing. So throughout the house, they continue to use all the wonderful, elegant sconces and light fixtures just to add to the elegance of this amazing home. Let me show you what this party door looks like here in a minute. It really is something sweet. That thing you have people over on a day like this, it's super hot, but just cool enough in your setting because you chose your home to be orientated in the right direction. So give it a look, folks. You get this 8x12, 3-panel, 4-foot each panel, slide open, no problem. What do you think? That's what you need in your home. I will highly encourage that expense if you're getting a view lot. Otherwise, it is about $6,000 to $8,000 to $10,000 door, depending what style, brand, and if you go bigger. But for sure, you get a view lot. I'm not gonna let you spend $100,000 on a view lot and not get that door, for sure. But aside from that, forget that. This house is already built for you. Get this house. This house comes with its outdoor living. Well, I wouldn't say fully outdoor living. It's living area with this fireplace. We still got to get our kitchen going on out here. We'll see in a minute if it's plumbed for that. Otherwise, we can get you with the trades to keep that going. Super tall ceiling out here, 2 ceiling fans. There's that nice dining room that I had mentioned. Wonderful bench sitting area by the fireplace. And what do you think, folks? Can you live like this? Sonoma Ranch living at its finest here on your channel, Living in Las Cruces. Be sure that we've gotten this far, like, subscribe, and if you've gotten this far, imagine that at some point you may be in the area looking for a home. Call me, Alfonso Garcia at the Palms Realty. We're gonna take care of you, okay?
You would think this house is over $1 million. Here in Las Cruces, New Mexico, 700,000, 2,600 square feet. Look at this beautiful brick laid deck. They didn't go with Excel decking, they went with brick laid pavers. Got your wonderful fireplace out here. Gas fireplace through your glass rocks. Huge swimming pool. About 20 feet, 29 feet. Got your jacuzzi. Should get some maintenance sometime soon. It is the hot time of summer, ready for pool season. What do you know, folks? Look at this, your synthetic grass. Here's the other side of the building fence that we were at. Tall side walls to this home just gives it its grand feel. Like I mentioned, I guarantee you, if you're not from Las Cruces, I don't care where you're from, what you may think of your city, a house like this, in my experience, is always 20 to 30% more. If you do not have that third bay, you could pull through here, or we find you a big enough yard if you need a pull through yard. They're using their Pentair smart control system for their pool. You can remotely control that with your phone anywhere. They even went with the Lennox mini split. They didn't go with the off-brand. Top of the line. Right here you have all your lines and whatnot feeding your pool. And that system's amazing. You can control heat, temperature, start times, off times, color of the lights that you turn on. Let's give you a good look of this home from this view. This is it, folks. Tranquil living, Las Cruces, New Mexico, here in Sonoma Ranch. What do you know? And there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the journey here in the Sonoma Ranch area. This amazing home here built by Veloz on a view lot with a pool. You cannot miss it. Get a hold of us when you come to town. Alfonso Garcia, wishing you a great day. So if you want to know about where this neighborhood is and where this park is, free access to you, and want to move to this area, give me a call today. Alfonso Garcia, the Palms Realty.